Due to a trip last year, I had a little bit of an accident. My bike fell off a stand. Really upset about it, really annoyed about it. But there's a bit of damage on the belly pan there. Coming up the fairing, you see a bit of there. And we come across. You can see that damage across there. Quite bad that one is. Up to the corner bit there. And what we do is make our way up to the nose cone, and this is where the bad bit is of it. We've got a bit there, not too bad that bit. But as we come up to the bike, you can see a big crack there. I was going to get that plastic welded. Oohing and ahhing about it. But you've got that big crack. And then we have a little hairline crack just here. So, while I was plastic welding it, I was going to get him to do that little one. But then last week, should I say, as we come around to this side, a pheasant tried to play chicken with me across the road. Unfortunately, the pheasant is not alive now, and I was lucky enough to stay on the bike. But you can see all the part of the pheasant there, should I say. And just here there's another crack. So that then made my mind up to get a whole new nose cone. So I've gone on eBay, looked for a second hand one, good condition, and I bought it. So if we come across, and that's a new nose cone. So my bike's at 2011. That nose cone is at 06. Hopefully it will fit, but I've been told there might be a few screws or something might not be 100% right. So what I've got to do now is take the fairing off and make sure that new nose cone fits perfectly. Once hopefully it fits perfectly, but once I've done that, then that new nose cone and that whole side panel here will be going to the sprayers, and it'll all be sprayed up like new. The mirror, not really bothered about the mirror at the moment. I could fill it in with black pen, or I could just get another one off eBay. Not quite sure yet what I'm going to do with that. Probably end up getting another one off eBay. Oh yeah. What I need to do is I need to take the side panels off the bike. So the belly pan, side panel, the middle insert, and then what I'll have to do is take off the nose cone itself. Not too bad a job, but it is quite a big job. To start off with, I'll be showing you where to take the screws out of. There's a bit down here I'll have to pop out. The screws down here. There's 3 here. 1 on here. 1 on the end there. 3 across here. I'll be undoing these 2 here, because I'll have to take out the insert as well. And then just inside, I'll have to just make sure all the rivets or anything, any little screws or anything which might be in there, I'll have to take them out. Of course, I have to disconnect the indicators. So that's what I'll be doing to start off with anyway. So what we'll do, as I say, we'll undo all the screws, start from the bottom, and we'll make our way upwards. So guys, what I have here is just little foil containers, same as really you get from your Chinese. 10 of them, pack of 10, in a pound shop. So any little screws or anything, little bit by little bit, will go into here. So make sure I don't lose them. So what I'll do is, I'll start off undoing the belly pan and putting the screws in there. So each section I do, even the nose cone, the screws will go in one of these. And then what I'll do is, once I've finished and put all of that section into one of these, I will then write on the lid of where it comes from. For example, like the belly pan, the nose cone, the side fairing. So just take them in for £1, cheap and cheerful, and once I'm done with them, I just throw them in a bin. So what we'll do now, we've got an Allen key. This one's a size 5. Got another one, a size 4. So I've got my container. So what I'll do now is I'll undo these two under here to start off with, and then I'll do the front one, and that will hopefully be that part coming off. One thing I haven't mentioned is I've just quickly gone round and just loosened up all these bolts and nuts to make it easier for the video. So there's a little one there to start off with. What I'll also do is take a picture every time I take one of these out, just so I know what size it is and where it goes when I need to put it back. So I've got my camera. I'm going to aim it towards the hole with a little bolt and just take a picture. And I'll do that every time I take one out. You don't have to, but I do, just because it's going to make it much easier when I put them all back. Another one there, so I'll do the same. Instead of me going round to the front and unclipping the front, I'll just quickly do these 3 little ones while I'm sitting here. I could use a powerful screwdriver and do this with the Allen key bit in the end, but doing that is I could end up damaging the thread of the bolts or anything else. So if I do it by this way, by hand, it's less risk of anything getting damaged. put these three in with a belly pan because there's not many screws on here. That one's off, that one's off, that one's off. That's fine. So what I'm going to do now, instead of moving again, I'll get another container and I'll take the two off for a centrepiece. That should hopefully just pop off. Let's have a look. Okay. Right. Obviously I've got to take this one out as well, this big one. Every time you take a boat out, guys, you might have a rubber washer behind it. Just make sure you don't lose them, put them back on there. Right, now hopefully this piece should come out. Let's have a look. Right, I give it a little pressure, but I'm not going to force it. I know the other side normally pops out by now, and this side's still a bit stuck. Just like that, so these clips go upwards, that pushes inwards. So I'll put that down there out the way. Right, what I'm going to do is, as there's only 3 bolts on here, I'm going to put a lid on it. And I know where M3 goes anyway, because I've done the other side before. Just one of these containers. Fold it over so it's sealed. And I'll get the marker pen and I'll put left, middle, side, panel. So just wrote left, middle, side panel on there. And I'll stick that down there out the way. Right, just have a look to see if there's anything else I've got to remove. So obviously there's screws under here as well. That's attached into that bit, which is one part. There's a big bolt in there. So let's get the old Allen key in there. Let's take that one out. There's one there. So again, what I'll do, I'll take a photo of that. Just so I know where it comes from. I've already got a tub made up, so I'll stick it in there. Right, just double check. So what I do, guys, before I can even take any of this off, I've got 2 there and 1 there. So I'll get the old little Allen key and get these 2 off. I'm not going to take a photo of these because they're all the same size, and I've had these off before, so I know exactly where they go. This takes a while. Right. So as you come up the fairing, you've got the inserts, 1 screw at the front and 2 down here. You've got to do both sides, of course, because in the end I'm going to take off the nose cone. So to me that's nice and loose. Right, I'll just leave that on there for a while, and what I'll then do, I'll make my way around to the other side and we'll start stripping the other side off. Alright guys, so what I've done here, down there, it's like a sort of little push rivet, so I've just taken that off. As you can see, it's all flimsy now, so that's what I wanted. So I know that's going to come off. I've taken all them screws out, even taken these ones out. So what I'm going to do now is just to come behind this panel here. I've taken one out already because it was really hard to get to. It was in on an angle. But I've got 1 more screw to get Allen key bulb to get out, and 1 little rivet to get out. So I'll do that now. Because I'm not a mechanic, I haven't got a ramp, as you can see. I've got to do everything on the ground. Right guys, there's a little screw in there. There's a little clear washer on there, so I'll keep that on there. And what I do is I'll grab my phone, which is just here, and make sure I take a photo of that next to that place, so I know that's where it belongs. So that one will be put in the middle fairing box. Up top here I've got 1 more little push rivet which I'll have to take out. So I've got a little flat blade screwdriver. That's all dark and black under there, I can't really see it that well. There we go. So what I've done there is just push the middle bit in. And it's all intact. Little bit of advice, don't push it in too hard because you might lose the middle bit and have to go searching for it. So it's just a little quick push, keep the two bits together and it comes out in one. So that would be middle fairing box. I've also wrote inside where they belong, so I know I don't throw the screws into the different boxes. Right, 1, 2, 3 more to do. That's the second one just coming out now. And the last one. That's the third one coming out. I'll try to look on YouTube for some advice on seeing if anybody else has done videos like this on this kind of bike on the fairing. Couldn't really see that many, so that's why I'm doing this one. Plus it's a bit of fun as well. So I've got my 3 screws and then hold them up to where they belong. And I'll take a photo. That will go into the middle fairing. Let's move this bit out of the way. What I have to do is move to the other side. Oh, there's the light gun. Alright, where's that come out? Remember, that just pulls out. There we go. That's one of the top inserts out. So, again, don't pull it too hard because you might end up breaking something. Just a little nudge, a little wiggle, and it should come out. So at the moment, that's that part out. I just double check to make sure there's no screws in there, no bolts. I think there's one just in there, so I'll just have a quick look. Not what I can see. So what I do is, we'll come down here and see if the middle bit comes out, the bottom belly panel. come out. But because I've never done it before, I've just got to take it easy with it. I'm not going to pull that too hard, guys. It is around the stand as well, so what I might have to do is just tilt the bike up, bring it round the stand and then try it that way. There we go, easy as that really. Just lift the bike up, bring that bit around the stand and it drops out. So I don't know if you can see or not. There's quite a bit of a scrape down here. If that's all it was, I would have just left it myself because it's underneath the bike. We'll move that panel out of the way. So when you're doing this, you can see all the crap and dirt which is just built up inside it. So what I'll do is, once I've done everything, done this video, then I'll go in there and I'll clean all this up. And I'll probably do the other side as well, to be honest with you. Right, let's have a look at this. So just behind here, it's just where the screws have gone in. You've just got to push them back out. Because in there you have got little rubber sort of grommets. By the look of it, like that one's still stuck. So it's just a little play, just to see where it comes off and how I can get it off. Still looks like just that one's holding it. Right. Just little pliers, didn't scrape any of the paintwork, and if I did, it's going to get resprayed anyway. Right, why isn't that? Oh, there we go, guys. That bit's still stuck on there. Hey, right, nice and gentle when you do that. Seems like I was putting a bit of force in it, but not too much. What I'll do is just get round the other side, just so it's easier for me. Mind you, I can do it from here. Just unclip your indicators. There we go, guys. That side panel off, put it on out of the way. And this bit was just sitting up here, just to support the wires. What I'll do, I'll keep that there. I'll take a photo of that as well. There we go. Stick that down there out of the way. As you see, it's all clear now. So, as I said before, once I get in there, once I've taken it off, done everything after the video, I'll just clear that all up. I have put plastic sheets down. Funny enough, they're actually tablecloths from Pound Shop. 2 in a pack. It's brilliant to protect your carpet. All the crap falls on it, all the rust, anything else you've got there. And then again, same as the containers, you just throw them in a bin afterwards. Right, so that's that side, guys. Right guys, as we've taken off the side fairing now and the belly pan, we've got this sort of triangle shape on the side. So on both sides, but to get this off, what we've got is we've got a little rivet up here, plastic one, a little screw in the middle, and then another little rivet up here. So we'll have to take them off, and of course you've got your screws down the side anyway. Alright, so what we do is we'll concentrate on that now, taking them off. So we'll get a little screwdriver. And we gently just pop that little rivet up. Oh, that bit will fall off, as you can see. And you've got your little rivet there. So as I've taken this off before, I know where these bits go. So there's no point in me taking a photo of them. So I've got my container, a new one. I'll put that little rivet in there. One size. I've had this off before because I put two little lights there, billet lights. So I know exactly how this goes back on. But I'm just going to take off this Allen key now. Another little screw what goes into the front there. Make sure I stick it in the right box, and then it goes. So what I do, guys, I'll end up doing the other one, taking this off, and then we'll concentrate on the next section. So guys, what I've done now is I've just undone the bottom bit, taken the rivet out there, pulled the bottom plate out. I've also taken off the right hand insert on the top, but I've just noticed because I've fitted these little LED billet lights, I've actually got a little hole in there, and the wire goes through the little hole through the fairing. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the battery, cut the wires, and then that will be free. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bolt out here, get to the other side and take that one out. That's the bottom bit of the fairing done then. So guys, little change of plan at the moment. Because I've got the billet lights underneath and I need to disconnect them or cut the wire, means I've got to disconnect the battery and everything. So what I'm going to do is just come to this part at the moment before I go back to that part. I'm going to take the screen off by 6 Allen key bolts on each side. Once I've taken the screen off itself, then I'm going to get into the back of the fairing and take these mirrors off. So it should be 2 bolts on each side. So what I'm going to do is take them off, and then after we've taken the screen off and the mirrors off, we'll go on to the next stage. Right guys, for the next part I've just done, I've taken off the bottom bit, taken off the screen itself, and I've taken off the mirrors. Behind here, 2 screws, I've just released them off. That's for a fairing. So it's pretty loose now. So what I'm going to do now is just have a look round on the inside, see what I've got to disconnect before pulling off the fairing. I've also got to remember, before I pull the fairing off, is to disconnect the battery and snip the wires for my billet lights. and hopefully that will all come off in one. Right guys, I'm back. Just had a quick cuppa. So, where were we? We was carrying on with the nose cone. So what I've done, I've undone all the bolts, there and there, there and there. A few screws underneath. Taken off the screen, taken off the mirrors. Because I had bullet lights underneath, what I had to do is I had to disconnect the battery and then cut the bullet lights and then attach the battery back on. So I've put a screwdriver in this side of the mirror, one in that side through the screw holes just to hold it up. So what we're going to do now is try to take the nose cone off itself. So if I tilt it down a bit. I'll take the weight of the nose cone. I'll take the screwdrivers out. Hopefully that will come out in one. So I've also undone all the lights, but by the look of it, it's still two connected. So what I'll do is I'll quickly disconnect these and then it should come off. With myself I always find it a bit fiddly, so I use long nose pliers just to pull the lights out. Take the weight of the nose cone so it doesn't fall on the front mudguard. There's one. There's two. So that's what the bike looks like at the moment with the nose cone off. And I'll place the nose cone onto the ground. That's on the ground itself. So what I'll do is I'll go and get the other nose cone, the one I bought off eBay, and I'll just make sure it all fits. If it fits, which it should do, then I'll send it off to the sprayers to get sprayed. Hi guys, so I've now got the nose cone bought off eBay, so we're just going to make sure it fits, make sure it is the right one. That will go something like that. So that's a new nose cone. Brilliant, fits okay. So we know now we can send that to the sprayers. So as I've got the nose cone off, I've actually noticed I've taken off some screws beforehand, which isn't a problem because that takes off the main frame, but I've still got some screws to undo. So I've got one, you can see it right, one just here, got one in there. So I'll just quickly undo them now. Just take out that middle one, you've got a little bracket with a dead fly. that's the lights themselves all come out. So what I'm left with now, the middle bit for a nose cone just pulls off, and my LED billet lights, which I put on myself. So all I'll do is take them off, and then I'll see if the lights fit the new nose cone. But we might as well do that now. If I put that to the side, here's the new nose cone. So make sure that middle bit fits first. Brilliant. And then I'll get the lights, just fit them in there. And that's it with the lights in. As you can see, I haven't got a lot of room to play with. I had to bring the bike in the conservatory today just because of the weather, and Mrs is not happy, but it's not going to be for long.